Is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back with another episode on Westby, Wisconsin. This is Saving Paps Farm. I would like to start this video off with a brief apology. I'm sorry about the video yesterday. I know it's not my normal time lapse. I had some issues with my microphone again, and it feels like I might have to go ahead and look at updating that. This is the second time now that my audio has not recorded. So again, sorry for that. Now, some questions from yesterday's video, because you guys did see the money and all that stuff in the time lapse. We were up to about 24,000 and some change with money. Now, I would like to show you why that is before we get started with anything. There was a few pieces of equipment that we ended up selling. We got rid of our seeder because our Case International planter will take care of soybean and corn. I'm not going to do wheat. I'm going to have my hand at doing some soybean straw this year, and hopefully that will take care of our needs for our straw. We sold our plow as well. And the other thing that we ended up doing was I was having issues with the John Deere cultivator because it was technically a plow. It just gave the cultivation state. So I replaced that with this international cultivator. That way we can work on our environmental score and help build that up. So we got some money from those. Now, right now we're sitting at about $13,000, and the reason for that is I went ahead and I ordered us a shipping crate. I packed it full of tools and brought some stuff down here. And now we have a workshop on the farm. I also went ahead and planted these 3 birch trees to add a little bit of life to the farm. Now, when it comes to tractors, you saw that we had the 2950 and we had a 4840 on the farm in yesterday's time lapse. The original 4755 that I had in game was causing some errors in the game, so I got rid of it. I replaced it with this 4755. It has some more of the US specs to it. That was originally to replace the 4840 as the workhorse, because when I brought the 4840 in, I brought the 2950 in, and that was to replace that international tractor we had originally pulling our cart for forage. That didn't work out. It is what it is. We now have the tractor on here to replace that, like we talked about doing, and we have some more US specs when it comes to tractors here on our farm. Now, some other things that I had to switch out is the H&S windrower that we had parked up here. I replaced that with the New Holland, hold on, what is it? It's the New Holland 258 rakes. I have both of them, and that is now our new windrow system. That one I was just having a couple issues with. I don't know if it's the map. I don't know if it was a mod conflict with something else that I had, but I figured, you know what? We'll just get rid of it and move on. I also replaced our blower and our tedder. We went back to the original John Deere, or from the John Deere blower to the New Holland F62B, and we got this New Holland tedder here that we're going to be using. When it came to corn silage, our forage wagon or forage chopper was the John Deere. I couldn't raise or lower this member here, the header, so I replaced that with the original New Holland, which I think that was just a reskin of anyway. So that is where we're at when it comes to the equipment and the changes we had to make to just adapt. Like I said, besides the things that I sold outright, I didn't bring any extra money in, because like the H&S windrower cost more than these did. I would have made money off of it. I didn't want to play it that way, so We didn't make money or lose money on anything that we switched. We just ended up switching. But yeah, I think that is that. So that is where we are on the map. That is where we are on Westby so far. And I think we'll go ahead and get started and get this video rolling. Alright, so I have a few jobs that I want to do today. One of those jobs are getting the lettuce loaded up on our trailer so we can take that down for tomorrow. And the other job is we got to start getting this field up here taken care of since we got it all the corn cut down last episode. So what I think we're going to do is we'll start on that. I'll come up here. We'll get the 4755 out. And then we'll get the international cultivator. We'll go ahead and get all that ground ripped up because I do have some plans. Let's go ahead and let that warm up. While we go over here, we'll open up the door over here. But yeah, I want to get that ground all ripped up and ready to go. Open these up. We'll come shut this door back up. There we go. And I want to extend that field as well. That way we can get ready for horseplay. So I can draw the borders and all of that on there. Alright, let's get this hooked up. No PTO. I really am liking this 4755 with the US specs on it. So let's go out of cab here, zoom out a little bit. We're not going to expand into the grass here because I do want to leave this as a grass field. But what we will do is expand up this way towards the hay wagon a little bit. Get this unfolded. And we got enough power. She does. Perfect. I'm thinking right about there will be good. I don't think that will cause too much issue when coming with the combine because we can always move that hay wagon somewhere else. It does not have to stay there either, so. So we'll drop down here, and then we're going to bring this down and around. Got a little bit of a slippage going on there. We'll bring this one to about right there. Just a little bit. So I know the two-wheel drive, it makes it a lot more challenging. At least from what I can tell, is the biggest issue because that other 4755 that I had, I didn't really have the issues with pulling things like this. So I can only assume that it's because of the two-wheel drive piece of it, which is alright with me. A little bit more realistic to me, I guess. And overall, it's not really a huge concern. I don't think. We're still getting it done just a little bit slower than what we would normally be able to do it. come up to this point here, and I'm going to come just a little bit past where the grass field originally was. And then what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to bring this straight across, because I do not want to tear up the grass field down here. I'm going to use that and extend, use course play to bring that all the way down and make that one field. So we don't want to cut off that. I'm going to come through. I'll rip all those bushes out at some point as well. Let's get lined up a little bit better here. There we go. Back just a hair. And straight across. Then we'll do the same thing. We'll come up just to the other side of where the grass is, right before it turns to the meadow grass, and then we should be able to do pretty much a straight line all the way down. Let's see, let me zoom out a little bit here, see where we're working towards. Oh yeah, I think that just might be perfect. Over that down there. She's slipping, she's digging, she's getting there. She's slow going for sure, 3 miles an hour pulling this uphill. I thought the required horsepower for this worked out, and I really hate to think that I have to change another piece of equipment out to get things rolling on here. I feel like I'm just having some bad luck when it comes to cultivators and things like that on this map. Did any of you guys check out my post on Facebook of Leon, Pennsylvania by Large H Modding? I posted that on Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday of this week. I talked about that map before on here. It's definitely a really cool looking map. I know he's got a lot of work put into it from everything that I've read and seen. So, super excited for that map to come out. It's definitely something I think I want to try. We'll see where we're at on Paps Farm before we do anything like that, though. But for now, I think what I'm going to do, let me get some more of this all ripped up, and I'll bring you guys back in then. Alright, so we are just about down to our last 2, maybe 2.5 passes. I think up here around this bend it's going to take me a little bit more to get that done. So I did check on the cultivator. It does say that it only requires 140 horsepower. The 4755 is 190, so it has to do with the slopes that we're having so much issue, and the fact that we're two-wheel drive, I would say. Because they seem to do pretty well when it's a little bit more flat, and it is downhill. However, I think whenever you go downhill, it doesn't matter what it is. Um, so yeah, this expansion here for the field, come next year when we finally put um, corn or soybean in here, this is going to be a big help when it comes to bringing in some extra money. I think one of the other things I have to look at doing, because we're getting down to that point to where there's not a whole lot of work left to do. So I know off camera, one thing I want to do is I want to take care of getting the 3 fields we have limed. I want to get them completely cultivated in again. And that is just so I can get my border set for course play when it comes to doing the grass fields, because I want to get them ripped up and get them replanted come next year as well. And I think this is going to be around the perfect time if we don't get another stage of grass. I'll take what we have with, I think this is stage 2 that we have right now, yeah, I think this is 2. I will cut that. I'll make hay out of all of that because, like we were talking about, there's no point of buying any more cows right now, just due to the fact that we don't even have enough food to keep them going for the rest of the year. So I am going to look at getting a hammer mill put in for next year, so once we start getting corn chopped, well, we get the whole corn harvested, we can go ahead and get that turned into some raw CCM before we get it fermented, and then we're able to feed it to our cows. I think that's going to be the next big step for us. I want to make sure I have that in while I have the money. I'd rather continue to struggle a little bit than have that time come next year where we're harvesting and I don't have the money to put one in, and then we really are going to screw ourselves, because without that, I mean, our cattle are not getting the best feed possible. So yeah, I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to get, in all honesty, I think what we're going to end up doing is, with this grass field, it's probably going to be our last video getting this grass all done, and I may do it as just a giant time lapse, but I'll get all the grass cut one last time, windrow. I may split it 50-50, like we kind of did last time, and do hay bales and silage bales out of it. That seemed to work out pretty well. I think that'd be a smart way to go, and then we'd be able to at least be ahead of the game for a little bit, and then again have those silage bales, you know, back there if we desperately need them to sell to bring in the rest of the money to get through a month or so. I'm probably going to skip most of the winter camera wise and bring you guys back next year after I get that stuff rolling. So with this field being done, what we're going to move into is getting that lettuce onto the trailer and getting that ready to go for tomorrow. Alright, so we are getting our lettuce loaded up. We have 6 pallets to put on here. We're going to get them all loaded up. And this is really, like I said, this is just to prepare for tomorrow. I'm not going to take them down until tomorrow. And it should bring in, I think last time it brought in $6,000. I know the price is forever changing as the months go on, so I'm banking right around the $5,000, $6,000 mark, which will bring us up to a nice $17,000 close. Well, actually be a little less, because we're going to lose about $1,400, I think, for loan interest,
you know, livestock, all that stuff that we pay for on the farm. So we'll lose a little bit of money there, but nothing major, nothing that's going to put us in too deep. So, man, I am having so much lag on this video. I'm sorry for this video, guys. I am having so much lag, and I really haven't taken too much notice to it, but I can really feel it in. I can really feel it in the skid steer here. I mean, it even sounds like my volume is cutting in and out real bad as well. Yeah, I told you guys there was some issues with the audio last time. I had some issues with OBS again today while recording this video, and I think that I am going to get into the market for a new computer. Try to update my computer and see if a lot of that stuff helps, because I know my computer is pretty old, but we'll see what happens. I'll get these straightened up, and then I will get the rest of these on. I'll bring you guys back when I'm about done. Alright, so we got the last one here. This is number 6. We'll get this all loaded up. And then this will just sit down here until tomorrow. I think this will be the first thing we do. Just drive this down around 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow, I think. I'm going to have a play around with this map a little bit, see what I can do about this glitching. Every time I take some equipment out and think that I get one issue fixed, I have a conflict with another issue, or, you know, with another mod, and then all of a sudden I'm battling something that I didn't have a problem with before. If you guys remember months ago when I stopped recording on here, it was due to the lag, and that seemed to get fixed by the one update. And now I just don't know if it's a mod that I have on here that's causing more problems, or I did, you know, jump in pretty quick this go around and record, so maybe I just didn't give the game enough time to warm up. I did record this on my lunch break while at work, so maybe that's something I have to possibly look into and see where we can go from there. We'll get this hooked up, shut this down, hook the lines up, and nope, I don't want to jump back in. Go out here, get the gate all closed up, perfect. So I'm thinking for our milk with selling it every month. We have the air conditioning unit here, which would, I would say, keep our milk cold. But with us selling our lettuce and everything every month, should we be selling our milk every month as well? And not holding anything back? I don't know, you guys, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Should we be getting rid of our milk every month instead of holding it over? Or at least, if we look at the cows, we got, what, 6,635 liters of milk. I don't know. As we get more cows, of course, that will go up when they get to that point. So it won't be as bad. Like, we're not going to make a whole lot of money off of 6,600 liters of milk. But as we have more cows, that might go up. And then if we look at getting into doing butter, you know, and putting another production in, we could also look at possibly doing that. Moving the milk over to there, selling the excess as that goes, but we'll have to see. What I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to end this part here, and I got some stuff that I got to put away, equipment I got to get put away and close up some stuff. And I think I'll bring you guys back tomorrow morning when we go ahead and finally sell that lettuce off to bring in some money, and then we'll pay our loan and everything. So let me do that, and then I will see you guys in the morning.
Alrighty, so we are headed down to sell this lettuce. It is about just a little after 7:30 in the morning on September 1st, so we do got to make our loan payment as well. So I think we'll do that as soon as we're done selling this off. Man, it feels good to have a little bit of extra money in the bank, I'm not gonna lie. Knowing that even if I didn't have this lettuce right now, that we'd be good right now, but I also know that it was only a quick fix because we sold some equipment. It's not going to be like that every time, so hopefully this goes well. We should still be pretty good come, what is it, October as well, so as long as we don't spend too much money too crazy, we should be alright. Again, for this video, I know it seems like it's been all over the place. I've recorded a couple different sessions. I think actually the last 3 clips that were on this one, they were all done and I had forgot to turn the mic on. So I had to do a voiceover on all of that. It has been a really long time since I've done a voiceover on one of my videos, so sorry for that. But yeah, we got that taken care of. I think I have everything pretty much figured out right now, and everything's going good now, so shouldn't have too many more issues. I think my headset is starting to go. I might need to buy a new one of those. It just seems like everything is piling up with things breaking on me. First my mic is acting up, now my headset's acting up. It's never ending, guys. It's never ending. But here we are. Go ahead and pull in here. Get this sold. Just jump out. Just do the quick unstraps for now. It's taking all of it, so we can jump back in. And that is all of it. So $4,898 with a $237 environmental reward, which you really can't argue because that would take us to our $5,000 that we needed. I'm just gonna loop back around here before we head back to the farm. We'll pull in here and pay off the this month's loan payment. So let's scroll on down here to the bank. We will repay our $5,000. We are now $980,000 in debt. We're not losing a whole lot of money. We did in the beginning, in June when we, bought all our livestock. But we had a lot of sales in July. We sold all those hay bales. We sold milk. We sold lettuce. And now we're kind of looking at what our average sales going to be each month. August, obviously, we brought in a decent amount because of the equipment that we sold, but we ended up building some construction stuff and putting that in, paying out for our CCM and stuff like that we got brought in as well. So not too shabby. Sitting at even $5,000 in the black for this month, so hopefully we don't go too far below that, and even actually made out after paying the loan payment $100, so we are on top. Yeah, we'll get back down to the farm, see what. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot left we're going to get into today. I don't know if any of you guys have been over to my Facebook or my Instagram, or I've also posted it to a couple groups, but my map I have been working on, been putting a lot of time into that, and I feel like it's coming along pretty nicely. I have the vision for things. I'm pretty good at that part of it. I am not so good when it comes to the XMLs and stuff like that, so you know, if there's anybody out there that enjoys making maps and, you know, wants to help out with some things, trying to look at getting the animals and stuff like that on there, but hit me up on Facebook. Always willing to collaborate with people and get some help on trying to make this map perfect. I think over the last 2 days, I've spent about 16 hours on it, so I think it's coming along pretty nicely. I got a pretty good bit of work done, but you can check out some of those pictures on my Facebook if you're interested in that. But man, honestly, I don't know. I think we can go check the grass when we get back. Actually, I'm just going to speed up a little bit here. We can check the grass and everything when we get back to the farm, see if that can get cut. I think if that's not ready to be cut, I think the next time you guys will probably see me on here, more than likely will be in March. I think that's when corn can be planted. Let's look real quick. Corn is April. So maybe even April is when you guys will see me again if there's nothing else to do on the farm right now. We're not going to buy any more animals. We're not going to be doing anything else. And really all I'm going to have is the feeding of the animals throughout the winter time and everything. So if I might throw up one video of taking care of the animals, but I mean, we've already done a video on that, so maybe not. I don't know. You guys want to see a video before then? Let me know. Let's see. We'll just pull this up right here. Get that shut off. Oh, yeah, let's go check this grass out and see. Oh, yes! Alright, so we will have some more videos. We are going to get all of this cut down. Oh, that's perfect. We'll get all of this cut down. Again. Silage bales are doing good. This is probably not... No, this isn't going to be anything here. Let's run through, I think, the other side. Oh, man, it's going to give us so many more silage bales and hay bales. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, that makes me so happy. Look at our soybeans. Our beans are coming in nice. We don't have that field over there anymore. I ran all the way down here for nothing. I forgot I cut that field. I ripped that field up. I'm still going to go around this side. It looks like I never detailed this side of the soybean field. Maybe that's because I was waiting until we did these fields here. Alright, perfect. So all this grass is growing up as well. Oh, that is super exciting. That might be... I'm probably going to end up doing that in a time lapse. Getting everything cut and taken care of. You guys have seen me do plenty of grass work on camera like this where we're talking a decent amount. So I think doing a time lapse of getting all of this taken care of. Oh man, there's going to be so many. I got to figure out how I want to separate these bales. What my plan's going to be, because there's going to be... Oh, that is perfect. There's going to be so many. Look at all the weeds that have come in over here. We got to get our weeder out. You know what I'm also looking at possibly investing in? A sprayer. How much is a sprayer? Do we have a small one? I think I put in a small one. Yeah, this one right here for 5,850. That holds 1,000, and then if we get the saddle tanks, yeah, that's 2,500 liters that we could carry. I mean, we don't have the money right now, but I mean, in fairness, I could. No, let's hold off. We're not doing anything with this field right now anyway until April, so I'm not too concerned about that yet, but I might get the weeder out here and start ripping up some of these weeds as well. Gosh, that makes me happy. I did get the updated version of this. Now, I don't know if it changed because there was like a different frame and stuff like that. Oh, no, so it's just a 300 different one. So they still have the regular ones like I have. Okay, good. So it's supposedly supposed to fix the wheels that break. So hopefully we won't have that issue anymore. I did post that on my Facebook from Tired Iron Modding. They also fixed our New Holland harvester as well. Some of the bugs that were on that. So updated that stuff as well. But yeah. How are the girls? How are the cows doing? Alright, so now we have doubled our money on the Angus if we sell them right now. We're not going to, but they're getting low on food. At least grains. They're getting low on food too. Alright, well, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to end this here for now. And I think I'm going to get everything started to get this field of grass all cut down because that's going to be the last cut of the year. And then I'm going to start getting boundaries and everything drawn in and taking care of all of that. So we'll have another video. It'll probably be the rest of September 1st and into the 2nd. Maybe the 3rd as well. Maybe depending on how long they take, break them up into 2 different sections. We'll do one with cutting, one with windrowing and tedding, one with baling, possibly. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. But with that, I'm also going to have to figure out some storage because I don't think storing our bales this way is going to be beneficial for us anymore. I could. I don't want the cows to get into them, though. If I put them in there, the cows might try to get to the hay if I put it in there and munch on that. I don't know. I'll have to have a look around. I'll figure something out. But for me, that's going to do it on this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Come check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Come check out the Discord. All of that stuff is in the description. You can find it all there. Look forward to talking to all of you guys. But until next time, as always, happy farming.